Chris Watkin back again with Steph Walker. Steph, you are passionate about Agents Together. Why are you involved with that charitable foundation? Talk to me.
I was asked by Kenny Bruce to consider taking a mentee, with Agents Together. You know, what's this all about? We were entering the start of lockdown, and I thought the idea from Michael and Kenny to allow people to reach out to somebody was a really, really good one. And quite honestly, I didn't know really what to expect. And I just love talking, as if you've watched any of this series of videos, people will know by now. But I'm also really nosy. And that's one of the things I loved about being in the living room with a customer, you know, getting to know people and their stories. And I thought...
Look in their airing cupboards, I love that.
yeah, maybe. Depends on what floats your boat.
I do like a good airing cupboard.
It's good to know. But, you know, get to talk to somebody else. And, you know, also I suppose for us mentors, it was also locked down as well, right? And you just sat talking to your other half. It's probably nice to just talk to somebody fresh for a bit. And I didn't know what to expect. But I think it's so powerful because it's very difficult to not feel judged when you have a higher up, let's say.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a fiduciary, there's a money relationship there.
Absolutely.
So they're not 100% on your side, are they? By the
100%.
Definition of the fact is they're paying you a wage.
Absolutely. There is a potential conflict of interest there. And you also, I suppose, will have in the back of your mind as to whether their answer is genuine or whether the response or answer that they give you is actually geared to making you just do more work or be more productive or make them more money. So, and I don't believe that that's the case in every organisation, but that's how somebody may feel. And what I think the beauty of a mentor-mentee relationship is there's no fiduciary responsibility there, absolutely. You don't even have to be in the same room as them. You can be odds and ends of the country. They have no bearing on your life and your future success. But it's just somebody who's genuinely said, look, I've got half an hour, 45 minutes of my time. Just talk to me.
How's it changed your life as a mentor?
I felt massively privileged, actually, after my first conversation. I came off the phone and I actually was buzzing about me. I felt so good about myself, which sounds so egotistical, but it made you feel so happy because you'd made somebody else happy for absolutely nothing in return other than a small slice of time. And I've had some brilliant conversations with various mentees that I've had over the last, post coming on 2 years now, isn't it? And each one never fails to surprise me and delight me at the same time. It's enjoyable. You learn a lot about yourself as well, because I think, like we mentioned on one of our previous videos, you know, particularly when you employ people, when things don't quite go to plan, you can feel a little bit annoyed, and you have to be really careful not to kind of pass that on to the next person and keep yourself in check and all of that. So again, you kind of get to hear. For me, I've had self-employed agent mentees, branch managers, sales negotiators, etc. And it's given me a really good insight into actually what are your pains, what are the things that are frustrating you in your role, why did you feel this way? It's very enlightening, I suppose.
So that's what you've got out. What do you think they've got out in return?
Several of them have done videos, actually, which is good, so we can see that actually they have enjoyed their time with me. You know, it's funny. One in particular I have on Facebook as a friend. I keep saying that when I'm in the Midlands next, in the West Mids, that we're going to go and have lots of gin together. So hopefully she feels like I do, in that you've got an ally in the industry. Actually a self-employed agent working for a brand-led agency as well. So we're competitors of a kind. But I love seeing her post her new listings and her sales and her great reviews with lovely stories actually behind them. She does very, very well. And I just think, oh, wow, even if all I was an ear to listen to on some tough times, I feel that's had a positive impact. But I think that she would feel the same. And I would just say, you know, any business owner, this is a free resource. This will take a little bit of the load off you. Get your negs involved, get your listers involved, get your branch managers. Have you seen the talent that we have in mentors, agents together? It's unmatched for a free resource. And we know it's tough to spend money on training. We know it's tough to find money for development. And what has been built is something that's a free resource. And it only has to be a half-hour conversation, right? Often mine are not, because again, I like to chat. Well, normally I'm not the one doing the chatting, actually. But it's just, I think it's invaluable. It's brilliant for both sets of people. You do not feel like you've given up anything other than a little slice of time to come away from the conversation feeling great.
Thank you on behalf of the Agents Together Charitable Foundation for what you have done for the charity. And if you are an estate agency boss or a employee or even self-employed, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you're involved in the estate agency industry, you can get mentoring at zero cost with no catch.
Absolutely.
You'd be daft not to, wouldn't you?
100%.
We'll put a link above or below so you can check it out and check the website out and apply if you do. As I said, no catch, no cost.
Absolutely none whatsoever, except ending up with chatty Cathy like me, if you're unlucky.
And again, if you want to, what a lot of people do is they're both mentors and mentees as well. They do both at the same time, which is brilliant. Thank you for your time today, Steph. You've been an absolute star.
Thanks for having me.